What's up guys, it's Criddle here from the AnimeBallZ team with another This Is. This time we are going to be looking at a feudal era series. Another one. And guess what? The cast is entirely female except for a dog who is a boy, which doesn't make any sense in the grand scheme of things, but everyone else, including all the historical figures that we all know and we all know, are all female in this series, and even the characters themselves can understand that this seems weird. This is Battlegirls Time Paradox. Now by this point you guys know how the segments go for this, so we're just going to go and get
off the tracks.
So this story is the story of a girl by the name of Hideyoshi who, or she's nicknamed Hideyoshi, her name isn't actually Hideyoshi, it's just that's her nickname at school. She's a normal high school girl, she is really ditzy and doesn't understand what's going on all the time. Then she gets sucked into a parallel universe where people like Oda Nobunaga are really well endowed women. Doesn't make much sense, but hey, there are people from her timeline that look the same as people in this timeline and vice versa. Very unusual series, but hey, here's what we get with an all-female harem ecchi series. So at first, Hideyoshi doesn't understand what the hell's happening. She thinks she's just woken up in some random place within current-day Tokyo and is trying to find her way back home. It takes her an unreasonably long time to realize that, hey, I've actually been sucked through time. These people are referring to themselves as Oda Nobunaga. What the hell is going on? Why am I in a giant castle? This doesn't make any sense. It's much too long into the show. It takes her like 2 episodes to realize, oh, I've gone back in time into a parallel universe where all these people are women. And at least she acknowledges the fact that all these people are women where they're meant to be men. She actually pulls out a history book and is like, but Nobunaga was a guy. How does that make any sense? But hey, she goes along with it because this is an anime and that's what happens in an anime. So the story is really weird where Hideyoshi becomes Nobunaga's advisor. If you know anything about any feudal Japan stuff and all that history stuff to do with Japan, you'll know that Hideyoshi was one of Oda Nobunaga's vessels when they were doing all the Warring States period and stuff like that. So she fits in quite nicely with the whole scheme of things, but is an unorthodox and uneducated in the sense of knowing her history and all that sort of stuff person. It doesn't fit in with the timeline, but then the timeline doesn't actually fit in with the timeline, so that doesn't make any sense. Couple together some really weird ecchi type scenes with boobs jiggling and stuff like that, and some really unusual girly ways of declaring war on one another. This series can be quite a bitchy series, but also is of its own a decent series, but it's a weird one at the same time. Anyway, enough about the story, I don't want to spoil it for you at all, so we are going to go and look at
the good, the bad, and the dubbers.
So Hideyoshi herself is voiced by Brittany Karbowski, the voice of Black Star from Soul Eater, Selim Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Wendy from Fairy Tail. Nobunaga is voiced by Shelley Colleen Black, who is the voice of Khalifa from One Piece, Cleo from Orphan, and Cortana in the Halo Legends series. Mitsuhide is voiced by Emily Neves, who is Lynn Lambretta from Bodacious Space Pirates, Yuki from Magikoi O Samurai Girls, and Jubei Yagyu from Samurai Girls. So we've got 2, that's the Samurai Girls. All of them are feudal era series with main characters being all female. So it all fits in together as far as that goes. So this series is a bit unusual in its execution. At least it makes note of the fact that it's unusual in its execution and doesn't pretend to be something that it's not. It doesn't pretend to be these people reincarnated. It doesn't pretend to just do away with the fact that all these people are female and just let it go. It actually addresses the issue and considers itself quite odd for that. Even so, I am going to give this series a 6 out of 9. I enjoyed it, but I found that a few of the bits that didn't match up with the series were just things that I didn't want to get into and just keep myself away from the series. It's probably not a series I'll go back to and watch again, but it's definitely a series worth checking out if you are into the ecchi harem all-girl feudal era series genre that seems to have come out of nowhere. Anyway, I'm Criddle, this has been Battlegirls Time Paradox on another This Is, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.